Good morning. My name is Asha, and along with my colleague Roda, I'm going to analyze the performance of YouTube and its possible future evaluation. First of all, I will give a brief overview of the main incentives YouTube undertook from 2011 to 2014. Then I will explain how advertising on TV and YouTube occur. My colleague will continue by giving you an overview of the brand performance on YouTube, concluding with a look at the future evolution of YouTube. YouTube was an online video repository responsible for 20% of all internet traffic in North America, Europe, and Latin America. The Google-owned site attracted 1 billion monthly unique users. The challenge remained in monetizing the site, so the company had been making some major changes. First, in 2011, they redesigned of the site in the form of television side channel, establishing original channels, professionally produced content that YouTube partially funded, and marked a clear departure from the predominance of mostly immersed user-generated content, and second the brand channels, which housed content produced or sourced by brand. In mid-2013, YouTube refunded original channels, and Google announced Chromecast, a 35-media streaming device for TVs. So people were starting to view YouTube on TV. The second upfront season of YouTube in 2013 expected to result in 1.3 billion as a share for YouTube, while TV was expected to reach 66 billion in the US and the online video 4 billion. Finally, in 2014, YouTube was considering offering the option for users to pay a subscription and avoid ads altogether, similarly to the HBO Model 1.0. All these strategies aimed at offering YouTube as an alternative to traditional TV advertising. But the question was if the approach would have worked, and if brands would have invested part of their TV advertising budget dollars online. In 2011, there was 98% of people who owned a TV, making it very interesting for advertising. This is in the slide are the 5 main networks selling airtime in addition to the paid cable TV that was a good place to target specific audience. The spots were in length of 15, 30, and 60 seconds, called spots. On the other hand, YouTube offered advertisement in two formats, video and non-video. In 2014, YouTube offered 3 types of channels for brands. First, standard user channels, a free channels given at registration to upload videos, make playlist of favorite video, mark videos for later viewing, share them in social media sites, and subscribe to YouTube channels. Content being personalized by way of recommendations pushed to the individual user or to others searching for the company's video. Second, brand channels. Free channels offered only to brands for the purpose of corporate branding as a tutorials, commercials, behind the scenes videos, and other content relevant to their customers. Only 7.5% of the YouTube video hosted by the world top 500 brand were repurposed TV commercials. Third, customer brand channels. offered for marketers cost a minimum of $200,000 per year. Half on advertising on YouTube, rest a combination of display and search ads on Google sites. Privilege were access to customized features such as a unique channel layout and add-on features such as gadget interactive web application that created a distinction experience for their subscribers. Brands that intended to upload live streaming of video content or extensive user-generated content were required to have a customer channel. Most brands, however, opted for building a free brand channel. There were two types of ads in video format: non-skippable and skippable. Non-skippable ads were available before, during, or after the video content and purchased on a CPM basis. This format mimicked closely television advertising, except from the fact that they could also be clicked on and drive viewers to a web page or channel. Skippable ads TrueView, as they allowed the viewer to choose which ads they wanted to view or skip. These ads started automatically before the desired YouTube content played. After about 5 seconds, the viewers had the option of watching the rest of the ad or skipping it. Advertisers were only charged for ads viewed for 30 seconds. Google claimed that between 15% and 45% of YouTube viewers let the entire ad play, but completed view rates as low as 10% were not uncommon. The non-video advertising format consisted of display ads bought using Google AdWords, a keyword-based action platform, in a similar fashion to its paid search result in Google main website. There were also transparent overlay ads, which were text ads that appeared at the bottom of the video. The average American watched around 5 hours of TV per day, that is to say potentially 160 ads per day, or 58,000 per person per year. TV could only access audience profiles via third-party survey defining TV programs' content and broadcast time, location, age, gender, and income level of viewers. In addition, cable television provided future opportunities for targeted ads based on interest, such as the History Channel and Food Network. YouTube linked its search to other video of same genres, so personal preference, brand, and genres were the targeting methods. Audience was measured by sampling the viewing habit of a few chosen households using personal diaries kept by a panel of viewers or set-top boxes connected to their TVs. The data collected was then used to statistically project viewing habits nationally. Audience could be measured in two ways. First, by rating. A program's rating reflected the percentage of households tuned to a program out of all of the TV-enabled households in the area. Each percentage point of turned-in viewers was called a rating point. Second, by audience share. Audience share was the percentage of viewers among the TV that were actually turned on the particular time. Networks used rating and audience share to negotiate the cost of TV ad space with the advertiser looking to buy a spot. As for YouTube, the audience was measured by: first, follow the number of views; second, check rating, check bottom right hand corner of any videos; third, demographics, understand better the viewers and make a detailed profile; finally, monitor viewers drop off. It's important to understand engagement of the audience, as audience retention means to measure how long the viewers view a spot and to discover why they stopped watching. The reason could be viewed length, content, quality, and more. By 2014, airtime during the network prime time TV slot, a weekday from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. could cost nearly $500,000 for a 30-second spot. CPM varied from $9 during daytime shows to $34 during prime. On YouTube, the cost for display ads range from 0.5 from 3 to 5 for ads served on user channels, and from $15 to $25 to advertise in the most popular or original content channels. These latter rates were competitive with ads sold for broadcast televisions. The rate charged for completed views of TrueView videos ad were between $10 and $500, depending on the keyword purchased, region of the world, and channel advertised. Typically, YouTube kept 45% of the ad revenue. Since 2011, CPM on popular video site, among them YouTube, had fallen by about one-third from June 2012 to April 2013. Due to access of user-generated content. At 2013 upfront, YouTube decided rather that the company would reduce the minimum price charged for the sponsorship of the most popular original content channels to 1 million, and the package of channels would not be exclusive to an advertiser. The main interest for advertisers are reach and frequency of their advertisement. Reach that tests how many potential consumers were turned on to a show during any particular 5-minute interval, and the frequency that refers to the number of times these consumers turned in to a show during a certain time frame. But for what it regards the TV, it has been revealed that the audience size did not always represent the commercial spot reach. Around 4 to 17% of the audience left during commercial breaks for various reasons. But the number were probably much more, as usually people leave the TV on also when they are not watching it. So between 48 and 80% in the last 4 years were the spot non-viewed. Now my colleague Rosa will continue in moving to the next slide.
In order to know how TV ad effectiveness was evaluated, we first start with the cost effectiveness measured by using unit called impressions, an estimate of how many times each ad was seen. The resulting measurement was CPM, cost per milli, or cost per 1,000 impressions. Testing an ad's effectiveness was done before or after it was broadcasted, as a pre-test or post-test, respectively. Pre-testing included focus groups and lab testing of viewer responses and changes in the perception of the brand or product, while post-tests assessed the impact of the ad content in conjunction with the media. Testing an ad's effectiveness depended on what sort of impact the ad was intended to have, a brand image or direct response. Brand image ads were intended to increase awareness and favorability of a brand's claim, while direct response ads sought to provoke an immediate response from the consumer, usually containing a call to action. The first was evaluated via recall, recognition, and attitude surveys, while the latter was evaluated based on sales or other behavioral response. Basically, the pre-test assessed responses and changes in the perception of the brand or product by focus groups and live testing of viewers. The post-test assessed the impact on the ad content in conjunction with the media using split cable, whereby marketers would run different versions of an ad in different geographic areas and then compare the impact on sales. Testing effectiveness depended on wanted impact. The first was brand image. Ads were intended to increase awareness and favorability of a brand's claim. Tests were evaluated via recall, recognition, and attitude surveys. The second, direct responses ads, which sought to provoke an immediate response from the consumer, usually containing a call to action. Tests were evaluated based on sales or other behavioral responses. On YouTube, effectiveness was measured by CPMs of BGC, brand generated content, or CPMs of UGC, user generated content, or the CTR, click-through rates, and finally the brand recall, message recall likability. Moving to the next slides, brands on YouTube. In 2013, most of the world's top brands advertised on YouTube. There were two types of brand-related content. The first, brand-generated content, short films, clips featuring celebrity spokespeople, contests, tutorials, and commercials created for TV or online viewing. The second is user-generated content, video that users created and that often took the form of product reviews, spoofs of ads, or recordings. There is also a third point, which is the beauty vlogs, video blogs, where another category offering tips on the latest hairstyles, color palette, and cosmetics. Moving on to the next slide, which is about brand experience on YouTube. A report released in 2013 on the use of YouTube by the top 100 global brands stated that many brands produced videos regularly, but were viewed on average only 37,000 times. The report stated that only 0.6% of brand videos had 1 million or more views, and among those there were Red Bull, CoverGirl, L'Oreal, and Lego. Moving on to the next slide, which is comparing YouTube and Vimeo. Let's see what makes YouTube different from other online video platforms by comparing it to Vimeo as an example. YouTube has advantages of having more than 1 billion unique users visit YouTube each month, and it also has over 6 billion hours watched per month, in addition to having 100 hours of video that are uploaded on YouTube every minute, which are cost-free, and it has also content restrictions of illegal activities, no violence, and no pornography rules, and it also has the commercial content OK, which is available. Moving to the disadvantages, we have the quality advertising, too many uploads per minute. There is a lot of advertisements, and also another disadvantage is traffic cannibalization. The brand is more likely to want users to click through their site. YouTube wants users to stay on the platform. Another disadvantage is lack of access. YouTube is banned in some companies, which is considered a disadvantage. Moving on to Vemo's advantages and disadvantages. For the advantages, Vemo has a cost of free for basic plan, which allows up to 500 megabyte per week uploads, including one HD video, or $9.95 per month, or $59.95 per year for Plus membership, which includes up to 5 gigabytes per week, uploads and unlimited HD videos. Another advantage is the content restriction. No commercial content, so you do not have to watch ads or deal with banners popping up during the process. A third advantage is the commercial content. Okay, generally, no, there are exceptions for small production companies and similar activities. Moving to the disadvantages. Vimeo has less traffic than YouTube, limited amount of uploads. None of the Vimeo plans give users the ability to upload an unlimited amount of videos. Another disadvantage is Google search results. Google said that the search engine will start to remove videos from their results page that aren't hosted with YouTube. The next slide talks about how is YouTube similar to TV in terms of marketing, how is it different, and how do the difference impact advertisers. We're gonna answer these questions in the following slide. So YouTube used upfront marketing as TV. It is much cheaper than TV when it comes to commercials. Effectiveness and evaluation of ads is more reliable. These are the reasons that YouTube can be more attractive for advertisers for a certain type of products and brands, as not all brands fit for YouTube advertising. The next slide answers the question, is YouTube in danger of being overtaken? YouTube has still a leading position in the market, even if there are many competitors that are developing their performances very fast. For this reason, YouTube has to find new strategies to improve its performances, offer better deals in order to maintain its position. Finally, the segment of people who prefer YouTube instead of TV is increasing also for the possibility of avoiding long commercials. The following slide answers the question, what strategy would you use going forward to bring brands away from TV ads and onto YouTube? How would you change YouTube? Our answer is YouTube should certainly improve its visual quality of content, file size, evaluation of effectiveness, because CPMs and CTRs are not sufficient. They need to find what consumers want and need earlier on. It is very important. So research into performance earlier is a must, and they also must be more standardized. That will be the way to convert views into conversions. Finally, YouTube should be available on all screens. As the director of product management said, I am not saying we should play a YouTube video on a microwave oven screen as it's heating up, but why not? So that's the end of our presentation. Thank you for your attention, and now we're open to any questions.